Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of planet Venus, which is going to be coming out of its sign of exaltation on March 11th, and it is going to be getting conjunct with Rahu in the Aries sign. So guys, from March 12th till April 5th, Venus is actually going to be in a very sensitive state, and all the signification represented by Venus, either it's going to give you very amplified result, or it can also be a matter of concern or problem or trouble for a lot many people because of the influence of Rahu coming over there. So definitely guys, we will have our elaborative discussion on this, and we cannot even overlook this fact that the vibe of this whole year is very much governed by Rahu and Ketu, because guys, as you know that if you will make a sum total of 2023, you will get the resulting number as 7, a number being ruled by the Ketu. And whenever we talk about the major event which happens in a year, Saturn somehow plays a very important role over there. Not only that, Jupiter also plays very important role over there. So Saturn is going to be very soon transiting in the nakshatra of Rahu, which is Sadbisha. Saturn is going to be aspecting Rahu with its third aspect, and Jupiter very soon is going to be transiting to the Aries, getting conjunct with Rahu. So trust me, if nodal axis is working out in a very strengthened way in your life, if right now Rahu or Ketu is active in your dasha, or let's say for example your business, your occupation is somehow connected with the nodes, so trust me, good results can be expected during this year. So guys, now coming back to our discussion. So we all know that when it comes down to Venus, Venus is the significator of relationship, of luxury, of wealth, of relationship management, and Rahu acts as an amplifier. So guys, if you remember, if you have watched that video which I recently uploaded in my channel on the case study on Gautam Adani, one of the richest person from India. So even in his case, like not only his birth date gives the prominence of the Venus, but also in his case, his ascendant lord is Venus, and ascendant lord Venus is conjunct with Rahu. So all those people who say this thing that it's only because of his connections with the current government, he remains successful in growing his business to the heights. But guys, if you will pay attention over there, right at the time when the current government which came in power in 2014, that was the same time when he also started his Venus dasha as well. And guys, just on this note only of the conjunction of Venus and Rahu, I can even present one case study in the form of a client which I consulted last year, I guess. So this guy, in his case, he was a Virgo Lagna person with Venus and Rahu conjunct in his 8th house, and the way Venus Rahu was energy was working out in this person's life, so he was very much passionate about all the exotic things, all the international label, expensive brands. He also had the issue with the piles as well, and he told me that in all those occasions when he experienced windfall of gain, like this guy was working in a IT firm, and somehow he has to leave that job, and he got shifted to one of the Chinese firm which was trying to establish their network in India. And just because he was responsible for setting up the whole business, so he was telling me that because with the Chinese companies there is the issue of Mandarin and English, so he was being heavily relied on for setting up the business. And he told me that just for the recruitment, because of the recruitment process only, at the prime of the operations, he was earning like around 8 to 10 lakhs rupees in INR per month. So it was a sudden thing for him. It happened suddenly in a couple of months, and then later on when the Indian government they ceased the operations of all the Chinese companies in India. So even the way the flow of the money happened very suddenly in his life, and the way it stopped happening. So this is the typical combination, or this is the typical flavor of Venus and Rahu. Like guys, if your business, if your current aspirations are somehow connected with your branding, advertising, marketing, suddenly going viral, or let's say for example you're working in a domain where selling your product or branding yourself in a very cosmopolitan environment, in international market, so then this combination of Venus and Rahu can actually work out in your favor. So yes guys, when we talk about in today's day and age, like specifically when you go to these kind of very metro cities, like you talk about Toronto, Vancouver, New York, where when you meet people and you ask about their lineage, they will say that okay, from my father's side I'm half Spanish, from my mother's side I'm half Italian. So it's the Rahu's influence on Venus, on Jupiter, on your 7th house lord only, which is responsible for all sort of genetic mixing. So yes guys, this influence and this transit of Venus in the Aries getting conjunct with Rahu definitely is going to have pros and cons attached to it. Result will come in a very intense way, and definitely a lot will be dependent on that what kind of dashas are currently operational in your life, and what kind of yogas you have in your chart, and what exactly you are trying to achieve at this stage of the journey of your life. Because guys, it's not like that the this transit is taking place or this conjunction is taking place in a Taurus sign or Gemini or in a like a Pisces sign. This conjunction is taking place in a sign which is known for its headstrongness, which is known for its impulses. So guys, all the good part of going viral, suddenly remaining lucky in landing at some lucrative financial deals, so if all of that is a pros of this conjunction, then definitely guys, when we talk about the downside of it, so a lot many times suddenly people getting entangled in sort of sex scandals and suddenly getting involved in clandestine relationship, or so this could also be a vulnerable side of this conjunction of Rahu and Venus, which is soon going to be taking place in the transit. So yes guys, now we will shift our discussion to the customized lagnas, and we will try to understand that this transit bases your lagna, what kind of result it is going to be bringing in your life. So now guys, starting first with the Aries Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, beyond doubt, Venus plays a very important role. It has got the rulership over your 2nd house, of your finances, of your immediate family, of your speech, of your values, and it has got the rulership over your 7th house, of your relationship, all sort of commercial activities. And in transit, Venus is going to be getting conjunct with Rahu right over there in your 1st house. So guys, first of all, it becomes very important that what role Rahu has been playing in your life ever since it has transited to your 1st house. Because guys, when we talk about nodal influence on the 1st house, that is a kind of an influence which cannot be overlooked. You cannot say this thing that okay, Rahu just transited to my 1st house and I have not experienced any thing in my public life, in the areas of my health, in the areas of opportunity. So this is a kind of influence which make its presence felt. And because guys, in your case, Saturn also is aspecting your 1st house as well. So whatsoever Rahu is behaving, let's say for example, recently you have been epicenter of all the controversies, all the gossips, then is this influence of Venus in your 1st house will actually enhance that. Let's say for example, you have been you lately have been finding it very difficult to resist your desires. This could be material desires, this could be sensual desires. Venus's influence on your 1st house will definitely going to increase it, because Rahu is going to amplify all the Venusian qualities. So guys, definitely now the benefic side of this transit is that for all those people in whose case you are holding a public office in any capacity, recognition or support, mass support, glamour, charisma, or a hype around you, if that is what your aspiration right now, then this entry of Venus in your 1st house can actually make you eligible or lucky enough to attract all those energies in your favor. So yes guys, when we talk about for the commercial point of view, for the enhancement of the fame, recognition, charisma, new opportunities, specifically feminine support point of view, this is going to be a very good transit for you. But again guys, this is a kind of a typical combination which can also increase your expenses, can make you very passionate. So definitely everything has to be done in a very balanced way. And I would say that specifically for all those people in whose case, if you are operating on a Venusian field, if your partner is very much contributing in your business and commercial dealings, so during this time there could be some positive and support opportunity which a lot many Aries Lagna can experience during this time. Moving ahead guys, now for all the Taurus Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, as you can see that it's your ascendant lord and it is going to be transiting to your 12th house. So again guys, Venus just transit every month. During this time only it is a bit special, it is a bit distinctive, because it is going to get conjunct with Rahu and it is taking place in your 12th house. So definitely guys, during this time in the matters of your relationship, I would also say that the concerns of health needs to be given utmost priority. Along with that guys, I would say that it would be much better not to do anything which could make you a kind of center of controversy, scandal, people's resentment, people's gossip. So it would be much better for you that all of your actions during this time has to be done with complete transparency. Second thing is that guys, beyond doubt, this is a kind of a typical yoga where passion is going to be high, sensuality is going to be high, expenses can also suddenly increase. And I would say guys that Rahu's energy, that too specifically in the Aries, can actually make you, very adventure freak. Adrenaline rush is going to be very high. So I would say that just driven by temptation, driven by other people's provocation, do not get into all those stuff which can later become a matter of concern. This could be your health getting affected, your public image getting affected, getting involved with wrong people in wrong activities. This is a typical yoga of that. I do not have any shyness to saying this thing out loud. And yes guys, the only good part of this transit is that if you are operating in the domain of the 12th house, because it's Venus and Rahu. Now this could be adult industry, this could be any secretive, underhanded activities, this could be any of the concerns of import export nature of work. And specifically guys, it's the Taurus Lagna, and here we are talking about Venus and Rahu. So high end luxury, if you are operating on that high end luxury, high end clientele, if you are dealing with them, so during this time there could be some sudden lucrative opportunity which can come to you. But again guys, it's the influence of Rahu, it's the influence of 12th house. So this is not a kind of a combination where things can be achieved in a straight line way, in a very rational, realistic way. You might have to twist your plans, you might have to kind of cajole people in a kind of under table way in order to get the work done. But again guys, most importantly, give attention to your health and guard your public image. Moving ahead guys, now for all the Gemini Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, as you can see that Venus is going to be transiting to your 11th house. It is going to get conjunct with Rahu. So guys, it's only the Gemini Lagna natives in whose case I'm actually seeing this transit to be bringing some very good results for you. Again guys, for you people, I'm actually feeling very good, because in the past couple of months you have actually encountered a lot of obstacles, because Saturn was rooted in your 8th house, Mars for such a long span of time in your 12th house. Now things are actually working out, or things are looking very favorable for you. Again guys, nothing could be better than that. If you're working in the fields of content creation, you're a social media influencer, you're a performing artist, in any way you're connected with art, entertainment, media, technology, software, artificial intelligence. So this could be a time of suddenly going viral, suddenly meeting important people, and new opportunities, new direction in life. So and even from the point of view of enjoyment, entertainment, connections, new romance, regarding all that front guys, I do not have anything any restrictive thing to say over here. This transit taking place in the 11th house of opportunity, socialization, networking. So everything is going to be falling in place for you people. So the only thing, guys, which I want to say that keep your outdoor and social life active during this time. Do not hesitate in asking for any favor, being a part of any group activity, because you might not have anticipated that just a small introduction, just a casual visit might connect you with something big. So this is a very good transit for you guys. So I only have good things to say. So yes, this is what is for the Gemini Lagna. And yes, guys, for specifically from the students perspective, there could be a little bit of the distraction, but for all other professionals, this is going to be a very good transit. And I would say, guys, that if you are in that line of work that for long you have been thinking about rebranding yourself or putting money on advertising, marketing, so all of that can be considered during this time. Moving ahead, guys, now for all the Cancer Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, Venus has got the rulership over your 11th house and the 4th house, and it is going to be transiting to your 10th house, and it is going to get conjunct with Rahu over there. So yes, guys, this is a kind of a typical yoga where I would say that there could be some sudden development which can take place at your professional work front. Again, guys, beyond doubt, Rahu is generally considered as good in the 10th house, and it is actually in a very strong dignity with Venus's influence coming over here. So I would say that specifically if in your line of work you are operating in the domain of either Venus or Rahu, like you're connected with art, entertainment, media, creative business, traveling business, food, restaurant industry, so all those people can get benefited. Truth to be told, guys, this is a very good time for advertising, for marketing your services, to market yourself, to promote yourself. Apart from that, guys, definitely there could be some at work front, like specifically while dealing with the female bosses, female co-workers, female colleagues, you have to remain very cautious, you have to remain very careful, because guys, the thing over here is that it's not only the energy of the 10th house, we also have to see that where the 10th house lord is going. So it's like whatever is happening within the house, that just tells about the environment and the energy which is reverberating over there, but the final outcome is somehow attached with the house lord. So Mars being in the 12th house, the only one thing which I want to say over here is that from Venus's point of view, that be very respectful towards the woman or female co-workers, and like when it comes down to your ethics, your behavior, your conduct, specifically where sexual conduct is involved, there has to be proper balance, because a lot many times when people get entangled in suddenly some co-worker filing complaint against you and all these things, generally it happens when 12th house is becoming a part of that, and because 10th house lord getting agitated over there. So because of which, only if you can be respectful in all the areas of the Venus, of finances, of woman, of sexuality, so then this combination, and let's say for example you are operating in the domain, in the fields connected with Venus, then this could be a time of success for you, new opportunities, and suddenly people are interested in you, a lot many hype around you, a lot of curiosity around you, so all of that can take place. And yes, guys, because 11th house energy is also coming over here, so if in your line of work, international travel, dealing with international clients, high-end markets, high-end clients, if all of that is your line of work, integral line of work, part of your job, so I would say that new opportunities, new connections can get established during this time. Now guys, for all the Leo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Venus has got the rulership over your 3rd house of your initiatives, of your connections, and 10th house of your professional endeavors, and it is going to be entering your 9th house, getting conjunct with Rahu over there. So yes, guys, this is a kind of a typical Raj Yoga where when we talk about, because of the support of the female people progress in their life, or if you are operating, your profession is somehow connected with the Venus connected fields, anything to do with the perfumes, with luxury, with fashion, art, entertainment, so then this could be a very good time for you. During this time, any of the travels, any of the work related new contracts, new tie-up, if that will take place, that will be much in your favor. So guys, because as you can see that ever since Saturn has transited to your 7th house, because whenever we talk about deep committed partnership, legal binding and agreements and all of that, we generally see that from the 7th house. So Saturn has already transited over there, paving a path or sowing seeds towards some very strong foundation in your line of work. And with this entry of Venus in the ninth house getting conjunct with Rahu, and it has got the rulership over your third house and 10th house. So I would say that, guys, definitely in the matters of if you want to initiate something new or some work related travel will prove to be much beneficial. You will get the right set of guidance, specifically if your mentors, if your bosses, if your audience are somehow majorly female, or you're operating in the domain of the Venus. And apart from that, guys, it's a very good time for advertising yourself, marketing yourself, promoting yourself, going viral. So all of that can be anticipated. So overall, guys, it's a positive, very uplifting transit for all the Leo Lagna natives. And guys, the only one thing which I want to say over here is that, because when it comes down to the propitiating the energies of Rahu and Venus, so for the Venus we generally worship goddess Lakshmi, we recite Shri Suktam. For Rahu we worship goddess Durga. So I would say that during this time, worship of feminine divine will prove to be very beneficial for you. Moving ahead, guys, now for all the Virgo Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, it is going to be taking place in your 8th house. So guys, I want to be very honest over here. In your case, results are going to be very strong, and it is going to bound to come. And again, guys, 8th house is the house of mystery. All the rewards, all the defamation, everything is somehow connected from this house. So guys, again, a lot will be dependent on that what role nodal axis is playing in your life. Are you currently going through the Rahu Mahadasha, Rahu Antardasha, Venus Mahadasha, Venus Antardasha, or you're operating in the domain of Rahu or Venus? And guys, I want to be very, very honest over here. If you are in that line of work where sudden unexpected financial gains are feasible, are possible, or making money through some underhanded activities is possible, then there could be some very big lucrative gains during this time. And also, guys, I would say that during this time people generally get benefited from their their investments or their policies getting mature, or getting gifts from their in-laws because of the support of their partner, so suddenly gaining. And guys, one more thing over here, because Venus also represents our matrimonial life as well. So it's not like that if in your household, let's say for example, in your line of work, those possibility of sudden financial gain is not possible. You are just in a desk job in 9 to 5, but your partner is a musician, is an actor, is an insurance agent, or in a line of work where that sudden chunk of money is feasible. So because of your stars, your partner can actually be a recipient of receiving these financial gains. So yes, guys, that is what the positive side of it. Negative or vulnerable or the cautionary side is that definitely, guys, you have to remain very cautious of your conduct, of your behavior. This is a kind of a typical yoga which can give rise to secretive affairs, clandestine relationships, getting involved in these kind of very taboo relationship and all of that. So yes, that is the one area. Your conduct, your behavior has to be well monitored, again, guys, because it is taking place in the sign ruled by the planet Mars, and Mars is sitting right over there in your 10th house. So that means that whatsoever sexual misconduct, if that will take place at your end, the impact or repercussion of that will straight away affect your public image as well. So yes, guys, it's a cautionary transit for you, where extremely good and negative both are equally feasible and possible. I want to be very honest, very clear over here. And yes, guys, for Venus, we generally say stay very respectful towards the feminine influence all around you, and worship of goddess Lakshmi, recitation of Shri Suktam will be very beneficial for you. Moving ahead, guys, now for all the Libra Lagna natives, my favorite Lagna. So guys, in your case, as you can see that it's the transit of your ascendant lord, so that means it is going to have a say or impact in your life. Second thing is that, guys, because during this time it is going to get conjunct with Rahu as well over here. So again, guys, I want to be very honest over here. When it comes down to the commercial activities, your public image, if you are operating in a domain like you are an artist, you are a creative person, or you deal in the high-end luxury, guys, Venus alone represents luxury, but when Rahu also becomes a part of that, then we talk about people who own big businesses, high-end clients and high-end luxury businesses and all of that. So if you're operating on that domain, on that level, this could be a very, very beneficial time for you. Some very big contracts, some very access to some very big markets can actually take place. But guys, when we talk about in our interpersonal relationships over there, so guys, let's say for example, a lot will be dependent on your lifestyle as well. Let's say for example, you are in a very monogamous relationship, very much in a committed relationship, so definitely love, passion, obsession for each other can take place. But let's say for example, you're a kind of person who is in open relationship, or you are in a community, in an environment, in a country, in a culture where all of that activities are very much acceptable. So this can also give rise to too many flings, running into too many people. So yes guys, this is how it is going to be taking place, because your ascendant lord is involved here. So that means your whole focus is going in the matters of the 7th house again guys, because in your case, the sad part was that your 7th house lord Mars was there in your 8th house for such a long span of time. So let's say for example, if you have experienced any damage in the matters of the relationship, in the matters of the some misunderstanding with your partners in the past, or some wrong investments, getting involved with the wrong business contracts and agreements, so this influence of Venus and your ascendant lord's journey in the 7th house will definitely give you a provision to amend all those mistakes, to fix and reconcile all those issues which brew up. This could be within your business, within the business partnership, or this could be within your matrimonial life as well. So yes guys, this is how this transit is going to be influencing you. Overall, I would say that it's a very beneficial time, and depending on individual to individual, and specifically if you are operating on the domain of Rahu plus Venus energy of high-end luxury, then this could be a very beneficial time for you. And also guys, I always say this thing, this is also a very good time for branding yourself, promoting yourself. Be very watchful and cautious of your appearance, of your presentability, because these days people will be paying a lot of attention towards your outlook, towards your presentation, your personality. So be very watchful, cautious and concerned of that as well. Lastly guys, all those people who have been single for a long time, so yes guys, very soon Jupiter is also going to be coming to your 7th house as well. So now that yoga has also started, that if you are on a lookout for a marriage partner and arranged marriage and concerns of relationship and all, so now slowly gradually planets are making way for that, for a marriage to take place with this entry of Venus in your 7th house. Now guys, for all the Scorpio Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can fairly see that Venus is going to be transiting to your 6th house, and it is going to be getting conjunct with Rahu over there. So guys, one thing is for sure, that in your case now the planetary shift and vibration is kind of becoming little bit prone and vulnerable. So definitely a lot is dependent on our own actions, on our own activities as well. But with your ascendant lord in a agitated state in the 8th house, and Venus, your 7th house lord, and the 12th house lord being in the influence of Rahu in the 6th house, is a very vulnerable energy. So all of the domain of Venus needs to be very well managed during this time. So now this could be the way you deal with your finances, your attitude towards the luxury, sensuality, towards the your dealings with the females all around you. So all of that needs to be well managed or very cautiously handled during this time. Let's say for example guys, if in your case you have a very hedonistic lifestyle, you have to be very alert. Let's say for example, you are already going through difficulties within the marriage, or difficulties within your business decisions, or with your business partners and all of that. So this can actually give rise to more confusion, more misunderstanding. So yes guys, all the domain of the Venus needs to be very well guarded, very well managed during this time. And yes guys, I do not want to sugarcoat this thing, otherwise it will make you kind of casual or kind of frivolous, which I do not want. My main intention for these kind of transit video is that you should understand, because when we talk about the transit here, the external circumstances influence us. So in your vicinity, in your surrounding environment, you have to be very careful all the entities being represented by Venus. And I'm saying that not only looking at Venus, but also the way your ascendant lord is going to be behaving during the same time. So guys, in your case, both your ascendant lord and the Venus needs to be propitiated properly. So recitation of Hanuman Chalisa will become very important for you on Tuesdays. If it's possible, doing Sundarkand, you have to do that. And on Fridays, if you can donate white things or recite a Shri Suktam, that will also be very much favorable for you, for your planetary vibrations. And yes guys, because it is taking place in the 6th house, so not only the matters of the health, but also when we talk about your daily work environment over there as well, specifically while dealing with the female bosses, female co-workers, female colleagues, you have to remain very cautious, very careful. Now guys, for all the Sagittarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, this is going to be very favorable transit for you. Although guys, Venus is not a favorable planet for your Lagna, but just because the house where it is going to be transiting and the house which it rules, and let's say for example, if in your line of work you are working in the fields of art, entertainment, media, speculation, or let's say for example in any field where you have to give advice to people, you have to give consultations to people, or in whichever way where possibility of sudden gains is possible. Like there are certain fields where one big lucrative opportunity can change your stars, can change your life course. So if you are operating on that domain, over and above that, your dasha, yoga, and your life aspiration, and where you are operating right now in your life, everything is working out in favor. So transiting planets are actually creating a very strong foundation or strong yoga for you, because Saturn is transiting in your third house which is responsible for launch pad of new businesses, new ideas, new collaboration, investment, sponsorship. And with this combination of Rahu and Venus taking place in your 5th house, this could be a very golden time for all of these people. Now guys, definitely when we talk about vulnerability, so for students, your mind can distract a lot during this time. And for those people like guys who fall in the prone and negative side of the Venus, like all the time in your mind you're thinking about sex or sexual thoughts, or all the time just thinking about spending money on expensive things. So if you are operating on the negative afflicted side of this conjunction of Rahu and Venus, then it can actually be a matter of concern for you. But again guys, for love, romance, splurging in luxury, art, new opportunities, new connection, 5th house also tells about your charisma as well. Like when we talk about your personal allure, that also we see from the 5th house. So definitely guys, it's a very good time for advertising, marketing, promoting yourself, and enjoying luxury, spending quality time with your loved ones. So this could be a good time for you, but only for the students. They have to be very cautious, they have to be very careful. That is all what I can say for the Sagittarius Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Capricorn Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that Venus is your Yokarka planet. Second thing is that whenever Venus transit the 4th house, it kind of gets the directional strength over there as well. So definitely guys, if in your line of work you are working in the fields of interior decor, designing, real estate, or high-end luxury, like you have a gift shop, so if you are operating all these domains, this could be a very beneficial transit for you. Also guys, because 4th house also tells about our domestic life, this is the house of public as well. So in whichever way, like this is a time when a lot many Capricorn Lagna will get a chance to experience luxury for sure. Now this could be your family made some plan for a vacation, or because of your job you get a chance to travel and experience that luxury. So yes guys, this is how this transit is going to be behaving for you, because guys, in your case, your ascendant lord is already strengthened in your 2nd house. And with this entry of Venus, your Yokarka planet, which is your house lord of your profession as well, and professional transformation, which we see from the 5th house, will definitely put you in the right path. And the good part over here is that guys, because when we talk about 4th house, that also tells about our inner emotional state. So a lot many Capricorn Lagna will definitely crave for enjoyment, happiness, luxury, having some good time. And I would say that if like from past couple of months, if there has been some differences which has taken place within your family life as well, so you might be able to reconcile that as well. So overall guys, it's a beneficial transit for you. I only have good things to say, and nothing could be more better than that. If your ongoing dashas are running favorable, Venus is also right now active in the Mahadasha or Antardasha as well, and over and above that, you are operating in the fields connected with Venus or the 4th house, then this could be a very golden time for you. And all those people who are thinking about renovating, decorating their house, or changing a car, getting a new car, so all of that can also be possible or take place when Venus will transit from your 4th house. Now guys, for all the Aquarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case as well, Venus becomes your Yokarka planet, and it is going to be transiting from your 3rd house, getting conjunct with Rahu over there. So beyond doubt guys, whether you're working in the fields of sales, media, marketing, you are an entrepreneur, you are a self-employed person, or you are a performing artist, this could be a very good time for you. And let's say for example, if you have to give any performance during this time, you have to apply for any new job, or you are initiating any new project, so over there a lot many Aquarius Lagna might get success as well. And guys, because 3rd house also tells about our friendship, 3rd house also tells about our self-expression, our communication, a very important house for all the influencers. So definitely guys, new connection or being able to encash on any of the opportunity which will come to you during this time, because guys, in your case Saturn is transiting right over there in your 1st house. Now guys, I don't care what other people say, because I have been following so many, like this could be Lal Kitab and so many different fields as well, like whether you have a Aquarius Lagna or even if you are a Aquarius moon, Saturn's transit on your natal moon, if your moon sign is Aquarius, that is generally considered as good. People say that the 2nd phase of Sadesati is not considered as good, but trust me, Saturn is in its own Mool Trikona sign. It is a very reputation giving and success giving transit which is right now taking place. So if you are actually working hard and you have those ambition and aspirations to rise and become something, and your dashas are running favorable, this transit of Venus and its conjunction with Rahu in the 3rd house can actually trigger some new opportunities, new initiatives, new ideas, new plans. So, and if you are awaiting any of the concerns of sponsorship, funding, so all of that can also take place. So overall guys, it's a good transit, whether we talk about your communication, your self-expression, your skills, any of the performance or work which you will do during this time, people will experience that love, charisma, style coming out of it. So overall guys, it's a good transit for all the Aquarius Lagna natives. So any of the plans of changing a residence, any of the work related travel, experimenting with new thing, trying to take membership or join some new place or collaborate with some new people, all those initiatives might actually prove out to be a lot in your favor. And lastly guys, for all the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, in your case it is going to be taking place in your 2nd house. So again guys, Venus is not a very favorable planet for you. That's the one point. Second thing is that because of the influence of Rahu, so a lot will be dependent on that in which line of work you are operating, what kind of dashas are currently operational in your life. So basis that only we can say that is it going to be bringing some new financial gains and opportunity for you, or is it going to be making you prone and vulnerable towards wrong financial decision. So yes guys, Venus and Rahu is a very amplifying kind of yoga, and during this time I would say that if you are specifically operating in the domain of the Venus, art, entertainment, beauty products and all of that, so there could be some sudden financial gains, new opportunity which can materialize during this time. Because guys, in your case, Venus has got the rulership over your 3rd house of the initiatives, opportunities, and 8th house which can suddenly connect you with something big. So yes guys, a lot will be dependent, so I cannot give you any one line prediction because the role which Venus plays and Rahu plays specific to your Lagna, we have to take everything with a pinch of salt. So yes guys, but I would say that keep on working hard, recite Shri Suktam, Rahu and Venus conjunction in the 2nd house, that too in the Aries. is capable of giving some big financial gains as well. That cannot be overlooked, that cannot be denied. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this upcoming transit of Venus in the Aries sign. For furthermore updates and notifications on the divine signs of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.